Hey, welcome back to another episode. That was weird. It didn't play the intro properly. That was a little unexpected, but
you're late.
Well, I'm late, but normally it plays the full intro and it literally cut off after the thing, and that was really weird. And my screen was blacked out and everything. Anyway,
Yikes.
Hopefully y'all can see us and hear us okay. If you don't see us or hear us, let us know.
Yeah.
All right. But tonight we're going to be going through a bunch of gear that I have purchased. Some of it I use, some of it I don't. Some of it is definitely a keeper, something I highly value and recommend, and other stuff is not so much. So this is my wife, Jamie. She's joining us tonight for those who have not gotten a chance to meet her. And yeah. All right, everything's good. Thank you, Christian Mojica. Let's see who we have on here real quick. Christian Mojica. We got Jimmy Walker. We've got Aroc 51, and that's Doug, I think. Christian, Matt, Henrik, what's up? VA Prepper, and welcome everybody. All right. So first thing, I wanted to pull through some things that I think are great gear because I have them in my everyday carry bag. So I'm actually going to be doing a video on this either later tonight if I have the energy, or tomorrow, and then putting it out hopefully tomorrow. It's Doug. Okay, perfect. But I switched my actual carry bag to this sling bag. You know, I had that kind of crossbody bag from Vortex. Wasn't Vortex? What's the brand? Vertex. And I didn't like it because it was a true crossbody bag. It was almost like a fanny pack. It would always slide down. It wasn't engineered to sit. This is made to sit actually in front, and it balances better. So this actually stays put way better, and it's actually much more comfortable when I'm out and about.
Oh yeah, he takes that everywhere.
Like when I go into Walmart, go shopping, whatever. There's certain places I can't because they're marked no firearms. And in Virginia, if the store's marked no firearms, you can't do it.
Run into Starbucks. Yeah, takes it in the car.
So we're going to leave what's in this main pull pouch. We're going to leave that one alone, even though that's a killer product. So yeah, we're not going to touch that one tonight. But okay, couple items in here that I'm a huge fan of.
If you're new to the channel, shout yourself out.
Please, if you are new,
say hey.
Okay. One thing is up front, up here, I keep a.
Natasha asked, "What brand was that bag?"
This is a no-name bag on Amazon. So when I actually do the video of my everyday carry, I'll actually put like a list of everything with Amazon links or some link to it that you can find it. But I don't. There's literally not a name for it. It's just a. I think it was like $25-30 on Amazon. It was like one of the cheaper options, but it's perfect. It doesn't have Molly on it, which I didn't want, and it stays put. And it's got a Velcro. This main pouch is Velcroed, so you can actually put a pistol holster, a Velcro pistol holster in there. It's perfect. VA Prepper on. What is up now? VA Prepper, is it because you're in Virginia or you're actually a vet? Not sure which, but welcome either way. So this is pepper spray. This is the Saber gel pepper spray. Or is this the gel or no? No, it's just standard. Now I keep this up here because sometimes I need pepper. I would rather go and use pepper spray. Perfect. And other times I would actually rather go to my firearm. So I want both easily accessible. And the only thing in this little upper part here is the pepper spray. So literally it's the only thing in there. So I do that. And then in here, you know, I've got my pistol, which we'll talk about in the other video. Again, I don't want to for some other reasons tonight. But in this front pouch, there's 3 zippers in this thing. In the front pouch, there is a Leatherman. This is a Leatherman Free T4, which is a Leatherman, but it's more of a like a pocket knife Swiss Army style, as opposed to like the folding plier Leatherman. I don't know if I love this over the standard Leatherman. I really like having a full set of pliers. I think it's super useful. In this particular bag, it works, but I'm not sure this is a keeper for me. Good quality. What's up, Mountain Survival 1? Welcome back from last week.
Welcome back.
Or last time. This one, I'm not sure this is a keeper for me, frankly. I like these traditional Leathermans better. I paid it for it, and I needed to use it somewhere, and I didn't want to buy a whole nother Leatherman. And so for the price, this was, I think, $60-ish. I almost feel like a traditional Leatherman, I actually have some other Leathermans, so maybe we'll pull them out here in a second and show you. But some of them I think I'd rather go with than this one, frankly, just more capability. But anyway, So, but I'm going to say pass on this one. This is an electronic lighter. So you press the button and it actually creates a plasma arc, which I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. Yeah, you can see it. And you can actually light fires. And I've actually burned myself with it. So it is extremely hot on accident. I was flipping it. I was playing around in a meeting. So I'll just fidget with stuff. And I was doing this back and forth. And I flipped it up. And then I went to flip it down. No, as I was flipping it up, I accidentally bumped the ignite button and put my thumb on it. Oh, it was hot. It would start a fire because it literally left a little burnt X on my finger. This is a winner. These are awesome. These are super cheap, like $15. They are, I won't want to say impervious to rain, but they're pretty, they're electronic, so you have to be a little careful, but it's rechargeable and they're just awesome. This is a Streamlight macro stream flashlight. This is just kind of a backup flashlight. It's okay. I like Streamlight products in general. I would probably say that this tends to be a push. It's not a winner. It's not a loser. This particular Streamlight, the macro stream, is a good flashlight. I think you can actually get some better ones for the price if you go with like an O-Light or a Through Night, cheaper knockoff stuff, but higher value for the money. This is good stuff though. Will it light a cigar? No, I don't think so, because you'd have to literally, the actual burn intersection is very, very small. So you'd have to literally be like, it would be really hard to light a cigar with that thing. So, all right.
Virginia Prepper was asking me what I was drinking, so I had to show Virginia drink
all right.
what I was drinking.
Yes. Next up, in the next pouch, pull some stuff out.
Doug asked, but will it light a cigar?
Yeah, I don't honestly, I don't think it would.
Really?
No, it'd probably do a cigarette.
I guess.
Well, but the surface area is the problem. You'd have to burn, like if you had a full fat torpedo size cigar, whatever gauge that is, I mean, it would be very hard.
I'm just looking at all your no breath mints or anything.
Not in that one, nope. So now in this pouch, in this thing, I got 4 dude wipes. Okay, I've got chapstick, which I'm grateful I pulled out because my lips are super chapped right now. Dude wipes are always worth it. I'm a huge fan of the individual moist packets for wipes purposes. Chapstick, always nice to have on hand, always a winner. I've got this little metal compass on some paracord, and I think it's worth it. It was a little expensive. This metal one was like $25, but it's actual real metal. Actually, it's not worth it. The cover's plastic. It's not worth the 20. I bought it on Amazon for $20 and totally not worth it. Having a compass in your bag, I think, is a smart thing to do. If your phone dies, just giving you some kind of a way to know east, west, north, south on a cloudy day. I mean, if you know the sun and the time, it's not too hard to find out. This is a Columbia River little knife. It's very, very small, but it's actually pretty awesome for the size. It's got this really aggressive finger groove.
It looks pretty sharp.
It's pretty sharp. It's got a Kydex sheath, neck sheath. So if you needed to, you could literally throw it on your knife or throw it on your neck. I think this is actually a pretty high value thing for like $30.
I gotta say, until you got me, I should have brought my purse
that has stuff in it now.
Has stuff in it that David recommended. I think somebody else recommended it to you for me to put in my purse. But anyways, before that, when we would go out, sometimes I would have a tag stuck on one of my shirts, and he would pull out this knife and hand it to me. I'm like, I was scared to try to like pull it out of the thing. So I know that you would use it, but now I have my own little gadget to help me.
Somebody left a comment that I should get you. It was a Victorinox, or Victorinox. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Little pocket, a little knife that had the scissors and tweezers, and it was like the perfect like
size to go in my purse.
I have
a little purse because I don't like to carry around a big purse.
Whoever shouted that out in one of the videos and left a comment about it, thank you very much. Yeah. That was awesome. Anyway, this Columbia River knife is actually pretty good. There's some other brands that make similar fixed blades like this, but the blade itself is very small is the only problem. But having a fixed blade that you can actually, in addition to your folding knife, which is Victorinox. Okay, so it is Victorinox. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it though. But either way, having a fixed blade gives you some capability that your folder does not give you, and it's very small, lightweight, and fits in here very easily. And then this is just a lens cloth for sunglasses. So I just like having that. Anyway, I'm not going to rate.
What's interesting
rate
because
it.
you actually for your sunglasses pull that thing out, and
I know.
normally I just use whatever clothing I'm wearing
Yes.
to clean my sunglasses, but
Yes.
this guy's prepared.
Now this is my little first aid section here.
Oh, and that comes very helpful because I needed the liquid Band-Aid the other day because
Yes.
I had.
So this is New Skin liquid Band-Aid. I love it. She got me into it because she would always use it for stuff.
My mom.
So this is
my
a
mom's
winner.
a nurse. So.
Yeah, this is a winner in EDC. So that's just liquid Band-Aid. This is some painkiller. It's a mix. So it's an Advil bottle, but inside it is Advil, Tylenol, and aspirin. So the little oblong ones are Advil, and the circle ones are aspirin. Having all three. So it's really interesting because if you just take 2 Advil, it kills the pain, or 2 Tylenol kills the pain. If you mix Tylenol and Advil together and aspirin together and you take all 3, it works way better. And I don't know the actual chemistry behind it.
So that's interesting. Gerald said
100%.
Blade length matters on determination of a knife being a deadly weapon in many states.
Yeah.
So what
Usually it's like
clarification on that?
Usually the blade is, I want to say for most states, it's like 2 3/4 or 2.5 up to 3 1/4, depending on state. Again, it is up. That's a very good point, and it is up to states. This one is like a 1-inch blade or 1 1/4 inch, so it just depends on state. Some of them 3.5. Yeah, Matt. I don't know what it is in Virginia.
You need a mini tourniquet.
I have one. Who said that?
VA prepper.
Okay, so that's this. This is a rat tourniquet. Now, I know some people don't love the rat tourniquets. They would obviously, it's better to have the bigger tourniquets, the full-size cat tourniquets.
Difference? What are you not going to find in there?
So the rat tourniquet is really narrow. So I'm going to pull it out just for a second and show you. So it's the actual material that you would wrap around your limb to stop the blood is very thin. And so versus a cat tourniquet, which is more like this. Let me see. You can't see that very well on camera. So a cat tourniquet would be about all the way from my thumb down here up to here. So it's a full, like almost inch 1.25 inches. And so there's a lot of, this does a lot more tissue damage when you're trying to actually tourniquet something, but it's better than nothing. I'd rather use this and risk some tissue damage than to bleed out. So, and this is a little smaller and it fits into this a little bit better. So
I was about to ask, how much more
one.
space do you need to get like a real size one?
It's actually a good question. It's quite a bit bigger. So if I put this next to a real tourniquet, the real cat tourniquet, like the North American Rescue Cat tourniquet, would be about this tall, this much taller. And the width would be about this wide, but the entire length of it. And the thickness would be about the same. So it's not drastically different, but I bought this to try it out. Yeah.
What's up, CNIC 3071?
What's up?
Let us know your name.
Yeah. And then
chat.
Also I've got 2 feet of Quick Clot.
It's amazing. I have a few bottles of it for kids, for myself.
Oh yeah, the New Skin. And then I carry some Sun Bum. This is a little like deodorant bar style sunscreen, and I use it for my head. So, or nose, but yeah, mostly my head. And he
really needs that. So
I do, because I don't have a lot of hair on my head. Thank you, dear, for pointing that out.
Christian said usually can't be bigger than your fingers, the knife. I guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So the tourniquet, I'll say the rat tourniquet's a push. If you can carry a cat tourniquet, all the better. Or even a SWAT tourniquet. Those are even better than the rats as well.
Okay, so Mandolin said the rat can cause damage with that thin of a tourniquet. Good for a stop gap, but put it as close to the wound as possible until you can put a better one higher. Yeah. Exactly.
The sunscreen's a winner. Quick Clot's a winner. One thing I didn't know about Quick Clot is the actual effective ingredient in Quick Clot is the kaolin clay. That doesn't expire. So even if you have Quick Clot and it's expired for a couple of years, it doesn't change the effectiveness of it stopping bleeding. It does potentially change the sanitation, the sterility of it. So just something to know. So I mean, I literally had a almost a 15-year-old quick clot that it had been expired for 10 years. And I pulled it out and I wasn't sure. And I wanted to actually play with it. So I pulled it out and opened it up. Turns out I could have kept it for even longer and it'd been fine. So.
Okay, so CP is 4-inch shotgun to see smaller in other states because Connecticut, LOL.
It is interesting that Connecticut has such a long knife.
Where
length.
in Connecticut are you?
She's from Connecticut.
I'm from Connecticut, so just
right.
CN. I was wondering if that was you from like
other channel stuff.
The other whiskey stuff. Oh, the other
channel stuff.
The other Thursday night stuff we do.
Here we go. All right, so that's where we are on. What's in my EDC bag, whether it's worth it or not. What?
So Doug said, I have a pack in my Jeep, but you're giving me ideas to enhance it. Thank you. Christian, do you keep a pulse? You have one of those, right? A pulse oximeter?
Not an oximeter. An
oximeter.
Oximeter. No, I don't.
You have one in your closet, don't you?
Well, that's a full blood pressure cuff.
Okay.
No, I have a atrial fibrillation detector thing, the little 2-finger thing, you put it on there, detect atrial fibrillation, and obviously my Apple Watch will do that as well.
Okay, Mandolin also said Quick Clot is magical.
Yes,
saves lives.
Quick Clot's amazing. And again, the only downside to Quick Clot is that 2-foot Quick Clot is like $25 on Amazon, but definitely worth doing it.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't know your name.
Sorry, Carlos. So, all the names are messed
Carlos.
Up.
Yeah. So we have talked about this before.
No,
I was just trying to. The names are all off on YouTube. So
yeah, I have room in the
West
bag.
Haven. We talked about that. I'm from Ledyard, which is not far from.
What's up, Gary McDonald?
But...
Yeah, I don't have super glue in there. I just really don't use super glue all that often. I've got the what is the liquid Band-Aid, which kind of will do that for wounds. I know you can use super glue wounds as well, but yeah. The pill case with the painkillers, I think that's a definite win. For only a couple bucks, you can have some really effective painkiller and stuff. Total winner there. I think that covered everything. Okay.
But I mean, we said glue, and I was going to make a joke about, because we just finished Spartacus, and to heal the wound or to close it up, they use fire.
Oh yeah, you cauterize it.
I know.
It's the last resort, but if somebody is...
My joke didn't come out as it should have, but...
Understanding how to cauterize a wound is actually a very, very good thing to do.
That's another
if
technique.
You can't get to a hospital, or you have like a grid down situation and there's no doctor, no paramedics coming, you can't get to a doctor. Sometimes the last resort is to cauterize it, and it's going to hurt. But do you guys carry any type of emergency communication radios? Not on a normal situation.
You do have some.
I've got Baofangs, and I've got the extended antennas and extended batteries and et cetera, et cetera. But that's probably one of the things that I'm weakest in my EDC and get home bags is communication. I was talking about this on the live stream last night. I should probably put some effort into understanding ham better and actually getting just a nicer radio with some ham and actually some capability
with
in my
the
car.
Kids you didn't have. So what, a year plus ago, no, 2 years ago, you had all of our kids. So we have 6 kids between us at home. You had all the kids prepare a evacuation bag.
Yeah.
Did you have any radios in those?
So I put one.
Like
I did. I put
okay.
one in radio in my oldest son's bag. But again, there's a distance problem with just a simple handheld radio like that, and without having actual real understanding, being able to connect with somebody more than a couple miles away gets really, really tricky. So yeah, so I didn't really put a lot of effort into that, but it would be something good. American Primeval? No, I haven't seen. I haven't seen that one. We'll have to check that one out. We've seen the listing for it, but we haven't watched it.
I've never seen the listing.
Okay, guys.
Interesting.
Okay, here's a question. I'm about to pull something out. Y'all know what this is. This is a Jace case. It is a medication that you get from a doctor, and they basically comes with instructions on how to use it, a bunch of prescriptions,
Oh.
including antibiotics and everything. What do you think about them? They're really expensive.
Really expensive.
So for this one, which is the primary case, and I got a secondary case with some extra stuff in it, about $600. It gives
And
me a bunch of antibiotics.
expiration, how long do you like you
Well,
put
let's
that
see.
you spend that money, how long is it
You
good
spend that
for
money.
is kind of the question.
Well, it's going to depend on the medication. So, right, this, see if there's an expiration on this. This is an ophthalmologic drop. Or no, this is for ears. This is an ear drop. It was filled in 2024, discard by 9/25. So it was good for 1 year, right?
That's it.
That's it, right? For $650, this one for 1 year.
Okay.
Here's the
so,
well. Here's,
wait. Okay.
Go ahead.
I have a question, but it can wait if you need to say something first.
So this is methylprednisone, discard. So everything says 1 year. So the reality is the medications aren't necessarily going to go bad in 1 year.
Mhm.
The thing is you have to go medication by medication to know which are good for how long. So I wonder if there's like a law that says that they have to show expiration within 1 year. Yeah, they're all saying discard within a year, which doesn't make sense. Not all medication breaks down. Yeah, there we go. Mandolin said it. Some will be good despite the expiry. The problem is that you don't know. So you almost need to know what medications you have, do the research into what they're actually going to expire, and then like mark the bottles, right? So you know that, oh, well, after 2 years or 2.5 years or 3 years or 5 years, whatever it is.
I mean, if you try it and need it in an emergency situation and it's expired anyway, is it better? It won't hurt you, right?
Some can.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the problem.
Just curious.
It's possible
That's
for
a lot
the
of
drug
money
to actually become
let
toxic.
Expire.
Most of them will just become either non-effective or less effective. It just depends. So yeah, and but $300. So that's the thing is if you actually have so here's the thing. If you can afford a Jace case and actually buy some of the antibiotics, it's 100% worth it. But the problem is you're putting $600 or $300 for just the antibiotic pack, for example. You're putting $300 up on something that you may not use at all and just have to throw away in 2 or 3 years and replace. So it's definitely, this was a luxury prep for me. It's not something I did for a long time. Is it worth it? Yes. Is it expensive? Yes. Are there more important places to put it? Actually, yes. I would put money in other places first. This was a luxury prep that I'd been in preparedness for years, and this is my first Jace case, and I only bought it last year. So, all right. So that's a buy if you can, with some caveats.
Yeah, that's a expensive buy.
Yeah, Jamie's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that again for a while.
I mean, I didn't realize it expired that fast. Joe is putting his 2 cents in. I have gloves, rope, duct tape, and
that sounds more like some other kind of kit you might need.
He said, "Don't tell Kathy." So
who's also on the live stream. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Matt says the expiration date is the final day the manufacturer guarantees full potency and safety, or sterility, like with ClickClot. Exactly. Yeah, and actually, Joe Graves, that's a great thing. I'm not going to recommend it because YouTube would not allow it. But I know I have heard of other people using those things for those things.
All right, what's up? Curious nobody just logged in. Awesome to see husband and wife slowly trying to get mine into it. She's acceptable, not involved.
That's how I started with you, was acceptable, not involved.
So I have to say, I met David the year before COVID. And this guy, with him being prepared, he's going to Costco and he's stocking up on things. And I'm just like,
so I'm hearing what's happening in China, and I'm hearing what's happening with COVID.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a thing. And I'm stocking, I'm like preemptively stocking up before the runs on Costco.
Right.
I was already had a bunch of stuff anyway.
And I'm going with him as long as he promises me food after the Costco trips. Remember?
Yes.
So anyway, long story short, I was totally oblivious to thinking that COVID, something like that would ever happen.
And
the
messed up
only
supply
reason,
chains and everything else.
yeah, and the only reason that I feel I was comfortable maybe some of the time during that period was because of this guy. And now, I mean, I'll be honest, we moved 2 years ago and had to move all of his
stuff,
extra stuff that we did not use, but you know, we have it in case of emergencies. Let's just say that.
And you're getting more into it, you know. I'm actually going to be paying for a firearms instructor to do training for her and all the kids to teach an actual rifle class and a pistol class and a concealed carry class for the older people. And so she's agreed to participate in all that. So she's coming along.
So Doug said an excellent app for all medication is Medscape.
Oh, I never have heard of that. I will have to thank you very much for that, Doug. Definitely gonna have to check out that resource. That sounds awesome.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Alan Clark says, honestly, didn't know you could buy antibiotics outside the pharmacy. The thing
I
is,
didn't know that either until he showed me his little bag, and I was like,
here's the deal. So you're not. So when you get this, basically the way it's set up is you work with a pharmacist who works with the company. So the pharmacist actually fills the prescription. And the way it works is you're only allowed to use what's in the case either under the direction of a doctor, or if it's an emergency situation and you can't get a hold of a doctor, then you can use it based on the pharmacy recommendations. That's how they get around.
Yeah, count all our pills. They're all still there.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you can't buy certain things, like, right, you can't buy like nice, like the really good, the really, really potent painkillers and stuff, and the true narcotics. You can't do that with. It's only like the antibiotics and some of the other kind of base medications. All right, sorry, go ahead. Let me jump into the next thing.
I don't even remember what I was going to say.
There was Mandolin had said something.
Oh, okay.
So Mountain House meals. Okay, there's a big kerfuffle in the whole preparedness and outdoor community about Mountain House meals versus MREs versus regular food that you just pack in Ziplocs and rice, beans, dehydrated, whatever. You kind of do your own thing. The benefit of Mountain House meals is there's no water weight. They're dehydrated, they're freeze dried, so there's no water weight. MREs, you have the water weight because they're wet. The benefit of MREs is that you have the heat packets, don't require any cooking, any stoves, anything. Literally, you just throw the MRE with the heater and the thing, and you pour in some water, and it just goes, and it heats the whole thing up. You have a hot meal. The other thing that's nice about MREs over Mountain House meals is MREs have more calories. They're more calorie dense. They honestly don't taste as good, in my opinion. I think the Mountain House meals taste better, but the MREs, you're getting more calories, but you're having to carry the water. So if you're having a family, if it's just me, I'd rather have MREs. I don't mind the weight. I can carry the weight. I can whatever. It doesn't bother me. I have other people who don't want to carry the weight, and I have kids who don't want to carry the weight. So for them, I need Mountain House meals to cut as much weight as possible. So we have a whole bin full of Mountain House meals that are the go-to for bugging out. And this one actually has Jamie's name on it. So this was Jamie.
I was about to say, don't take a nap on the day that your husband does the
I literally
prep bags with all of our kids, and they got to basically he let everybody pick by age, right? We did like it was like a draft. Yeah.
And so everybody got to pick. I had the breakfast, and then I had the lunches and dinners. I had the breakfast on one pile, and I had all the lunches and dinners. And we just did a round robin draft style, and people got to pick, and then they got their name on it, and it went in their pack. So
I was asleep for most of it when you had the kids out there making their bags, and then you woke me up and you're like, hey, if you want something good, you need to come out here and pick your rations.
Yeah, and great. So Matt brings up a great point. Mountain houses are stable for 30 years versus MREs have a limited shelf life. The other thing I'm having a hard time finding is MREs that you buy that haven't been sitting around for a couple years already. So buying a fresh MRE from the store that gives you that full 7 years is tricky.
So where are we at as expiration date on that? So I mean,
so this is best by September 2052.
okay, so we have
a couple more years left. And that's the nice part about it. Yeah. Now, one thing I do wish is that they were more compact, because if you look at this, this is not packed in a way. I might be able to flatten it by vibrating it and stuff, but it's very thick. It's very oblong and weird shaped. I wish they would actually pack them in cubes, in like a shaped cube. Now, the nice obviously with this, you just open it up, pour in water, mix it, and it's good to go. Anyway, kind of a mixed bag there. Mountain house meals are a win, but MREs are a win too, depending on what you're willing to do.
Wait. At Prep, what is that? Prep Sun. My ex-wife couldn't figure out how to prepare freeze-dried food. And now you brought that up, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a whole nother level to this thing. I was like, that's in a bag. Okay, wait, bring it back out. Does it have directions on how to prepare that thing?
It does.
Because I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm with your ex-wife. I don't know how to prepare
All you do is literally pour in a certain amount of hot water.
Okay.
So all you do is boil water in on like a little jet stove or something, or over a fire, or however, pour in it gives you, I don't know if it's 3/4 of a cup or a cup and a quarter or whatever it is, but you pour in some hot water, and then
there directions so on the back.
Oh yeah, they all have directions. Yep.
Then I'll be good, because I can read the directions. But if I didn't have this man there to help me prepare it, I might be just like opening it up, eating it like it's like chips or something.
Yeah, no, and so Matt, yeah, the MREs have the expiration. They've literally been decommissioned because of the military, because of their expiration date.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's part of the problem. Okay, next up, this is a USB. So so keep or skip. So this is a USB battery pack, right? So it's got like the whole USB charging capability in here with all the little, you plug in the USB. It's got a USB-C and 2 USB-As in it right here. Can't really see that very well, but they're right there. And then it's got this built-in solar panel to recharge it. Now, y'all know I'm a huge fan of USB battery packs. I think they're super helpful.
Are you? How do we all know that?
Well, because I've talked about it hundreds of thousands of times on my videos for the people who actually watch my videos. But
hey,
after you watch it for about 5 seconds to give me a thumbs up. I do appreciate that.
I'm like, good job, babe.
But this solar charger, USB charger thing is, man, that is hard to read in the dark.
Okay, Mandolin said it's simple directions. Joe said, I'm surprised I haven't been poisoned.
Where's my flashlight? Anyway, is this a keep or pass? This particular one is a pass, and here's why. So the USB batteries I love, and I love solar chargers. The problem is that this solar panel is so small that it will not charge this battery within 2 or 3 days, right, of good sun, because it's so small. Now, it's good to give a trickle kind of charge, right? It'll, you strap it on your backpack as you're hiking or whatever, and you can get some. But what I recommend is that you do just get a USB battery pack, and then get a solar panel that will max out the recharge capability of your battery pack.
Okay, wait.
And it's going to be much more like this size as opposed to this size.
Okay, wait. So Matt said I'm a huge supportive of the USB jump packs for car batteries.
Yes.
So that's not what you use to jumpstart Aiden's car.
No,
so
that's a little bit different thing.
There's a whole nother thing that you have that you bought for
all the cars, yeah.
For all of our kids. Well, not all of our kids, the ones that are driving, for them to keep one of those battery pack things in their car so they can jump start their car if they need to. So.
Yeah, and I love those things. And I definitely recommend having them.
So do I now. Knowing that the kids have it makes me feel so much more.
Yeah, not having to actually find another car to jump off of. I mean, it's not that hard to go ask a stranger, but if you're a teenager right? Or you're a young adult, like particularly like my daughter, I don't want her having to go ask strangers for help when I can just literally spend 40 or 50 bucks, give her a USB charger that's got it built in to actually jump the car. So
yeah, Natasha, I'm sitting here thinking, man, there's some of this stuff I've seen, but some of it I've never seen before.
Well, this one,
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, this one I took out of my kits, and it's literally kind of in my junk bin because I don't recommend it.
Yeah, some of the other stuff are like an everyday. I see you carrying the fanny pack because I mess with you about the fanny pack. And I know about the medicine or whatever, and the rations of what. Curious nobody, the sarcasm from the wife is
you punched way over your weight class. She did. She really punched way above her weight class when landing this winter. So no, Matt says
I'm a lucky girl. I know.
She is. I'm the beauty. She's the brains. Matt says we had a number of soldiers show up to NCC with those types of soldiers. Yeah, and that's the problem is you'll get they don't recharge enough. You can go on Amazon and for like, okay, so you could buy a battery charger. I want to say this was $40 a couple years ago, but you can go buy a battery charger for $40. It's a little bit better than this one these days. And you'll get a decent output and a decent amount of battery storage. If you go, instead of using this solar panel and you buy a dedicated solar panel, you can get a folding solar panel that has better solar cells that'll recharge that thing in a couple hours of direct sunlight for about 50. I want to say mine was $60. I have it in my get home bag. But it's about this much wider and it's maybe this much longer.
It's $60.
I want to say it was about $60.
So how much was this one?
This one was like 40. Okay. But to Matt's point, you can't get a full charge off of this for days and days and days. So if you're trying to have a phone and charge off of this at the same time, you're going to eventually run out of phone without ever getting a full charge. That's the problem with this. That's why this is a fail. It's better to get a dedicated solar panel that actually matches your battery. It's a little more work, a little more price, but it's a fail. Okay. Here we go. Okay. One of these is a winner and one of these is a loser. These are our actual butt stocks. Jamie's acting like it's a gun.
No, my first reaction, I mean, you guys just saw me jump.
Yeah.
But now no. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Continue. So these are our pistol braces for your AR pistol. Okay. They're both made by SB Tactical. You probably have seen them. This is the SBA 2. Okay. It's hard to see over my black t-shirt. So let me hold it up over my face so you can see it. This is the SBA 5. Okay. Now, when you look at them, there's not that much difference. They both are adjustable based on your buffer tube. But if you look at the back, okay, hold them up over my face so you can see how much wider this one is than this one right here. Now, again, these are pistol braces, so they're made to be braced, actually put onto your arm to help you hold on to the firearm. Now, legally, the ATF has said that you don't have to. They can't actually. Well, a judge told the ATF that you can't tell people how to actually fire a firearm. They can fire however they want. But in theory, they're braces. The reality is most people don't use them for braces. The reason I bring it up is don't buy the SBA 2. The reason is because this part right here is super flimsy, super flexible plastic. And if you're using it as a brace, great, it's probably fine. But if you're not going to use it as a brace, except under extreme conditions, this is much more rigid and provides a much more normal type shouldering experience. And this is a 3D printed insert to put in here, which provides stability and rigidity. So yeah, I'll move on.
Okay, a few questions.
So the SBA 5 is a buy. The SBA 2 is a pass, hard pass.
Okay. So Jimmy said, I have a suggestion for newer folks, mechanical, inclined or not, pick a project and do it. Stocking your store is good, but make sure to get some scars.
Oh yeah. Learning is the biggest thing. Like one of the best things that I ever did in prepping was building a chicken coop, building a duck coop.
Oh yeah.
Right. And awesome. Learning how to take care of the things, because I learned a lot from actually just having to be hands-on with the animals, hands-on in the construction. Learning how to work with what is that, hardware mesh? That stuff's the devil. But yeah, really, really good experience. Okay.
Okay, Manolin said the investment is better. Solar panels will pay for itself, worth the money.
I agree.
Real question, how much TP is too much to put in the bug out?
So
No, you put dude wipes in the bug out bag.
So yeah,
not TP.
yeah,
Joe, come on.
you can get most of the job done with one dude wipe, right?
Yeah.
Even under the most extreme of messes, you can get the job done with one dude wipe.
TP 5 squares equals 1 dude wipe.
So what is it? What was that? Chris Pratt said on Parks and Recreation.
Oh,
it's like
really?
it's like wiping a Sharpie. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I would actually stick with dude wipes, particularly if you're on the march. Okay. Mechanics gloves, or gloves in general. I am a partial to the mechanics gloves. I'm a big fan of them. For 20 to 25 bucks. They have so many different varieties, actually 15 to 25 bucks. They have so many different varieties in gloves, different colors, different uses. These are a little bit thinner, but they do have reinforced leather grips and fingers. They're thick enough that they do provide a lot of protection and warmth, but they're thin enough that I can still use a trigger effectively.
Sorry.
So these are this particular version is my go-to.
You got to go slower. Joe's putting all this stuff on his Christmas list.
Oh, yeah. So,
okay, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, so I don't. So VA prepper, I used to have chickens and ducks, and we had to move. So I sold off the chicken houses, the chicken coops, the duck pens,
and they were like impressed with your chicken coop.
I know they came and bought it and put it on a trailer and towed it away. It was a massive thing. Someday I'll post videos or pictures or something of it.
Joe said, "When do wipe ... I wish." And then Kathy said, "You obviously don't know Joe."
Fair enough. Fair enough.
How many sheets per do wipes? I said about 5 squares per one.
Yeah. Usually with a dude wipe, you can get. I'll stop. Anyway, let's move on. Mechanics
prepper said he wishes he had chickens.
Yeah, that's the thing is I as soon as we
move
into a different type of situation, we'll probably do that.
Yeah.
Deer skin gloves, pig skin gloves are awesome. So here's the deal, Jimmy Walker. That's a great point.
Wait, hold on, David. Do you have a portable bidet?
No.
Okay, Mandolin.
No. All right. So Jimmy Walker's comment. Hold on. Let's bring it up. Okay. Great point. If you're doing hardcore mechanical stuff, hardcore construction stuff, totally 100% agree with you. Having real, like, calf skin or deer skin, pig skin, whatever it is, gloves are awesome. The mechanics gloves I like because they're so cheap and they're throwaway. I can go through these. I'll probably buy me I have a set in my garage for just normal stuff, and I'll probably buy a new set every 2 years just for the light use I use up there. These haven't been used ever. These are on one of my chest rigs. I just grabbed off the chest rig to bring on the video. These haven't been used at all. So they're literally brand new. But yeah, I do have some of the really heavy duty, cow skin type gloves for like hard use. And that's a good point too.
Yeah, Christian has a good point. Using one dew wipe is like trying to eat just one chip that you can't.
Yeah.
Well, when they only come in one packet and you have to rip open a second package,
but they're huge. You can literally pull them in like sections and have multiple passes per wipe. All right, moving on from wipes. Don't
make us show you how to wipe.
Yeah, we're not going to help you there.
Get the most out of it.
I have discovered the most amazing thing.
Coming soon to the One Row.
Yeah, an instructional video on dude wipes. No, we'll not do that. This is a holster. Okay, this is actually for. Which one is this for? I think this is for my Glock 17. I could be wrong. It's either my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 or it's my Glock 17. Anyway, this is a safari style holster. It's got the actual active retention on the top. So thumb open it. I've got it connected to a tech lock or a tech mount, excuse me. And it's made to actually have the red dot for my pistol as well as a pistol flashlight, one of the Olight Valkyries. Now, the reason I bring this up, is this worth it? This is 100,000% worth it. This is an amazing pistol holster, Absolutely love it. The base Kydex plus the active retention and the mount, I believe, was $130 from Midwest Tactical Solutions.
Wow.
Matt, I don't use a drop leg. I use a recessed, I think is what they call it. So it's like a it's maybe an 1.5 inch, 2 inch down, but it's not a drop leg. I don't like drop legs. It actually, this is mounted to my belt.
Okay, that's what I was gonna.
Yeah, and so it's recessed by maybe 1 inch or 2, but it's not like a drop leg down on my leg. I hate drop leg holsters personally. That's just been my experience because I hate trying to run with them. They just feel so weird. But if you try to buy a Safari Land version of this, which is like the king, those are $250. This was $140 with the Kydex, with the Cordura wrap. If you don't do the actual Cordura wrap and you just have the raw Kydex with the retention, it's only $120. It's an amazing, amazing experience. You could use this on a drop leg if you actually put it on. If your drop leg had the tech mount, you just put the tech mount on there. They're great. I love this setup. I want to get it for all of my potential belt guns, basically. It's super, super cool. And this is actually a Safari Land retention up top. They actually use the Safari Land version. So it's amazing. So if you don't want to spend the $250 on a Safari Land, but you're willing to spend $140, go to Midwest Tactical Solutions. Midwest Tactical Solutions. It took me about 3.5 weeks. This is I bought 2 from them so far, and I plan to buy tons more. I'm very, very impressed with them for the price.
Well, I'm with Mandolin. I like a drop leg.
No, well, you don't even know what she's talking about.
I'm just kidding.
James, like, I agree with Mandolin.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Jeez.
Here's another hot take. Okay.
Wait. Doug asked, "What brand is it?"
Yep.
I'm shopping holsters.
Midwest Tactical Solution. Yep, just went over that. All right. This is a magnifier. So it's not an actual like a red dot or anything. Let me see if I can hold that up there for you to see. It's harder to see. Hold this up with this. Okay. So this is just a pure magnifier. The whole idea is that you have a red dot on your rifle. You put this on this side and it magnifies it, right? So you can actually magnify. This is a 3 times magnifier. This is a pass. This is a hard pass for me.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So so there's a lot of talk about whether to use a red dot plus magnifier. So you have a red dot and you have a magnifier. You line them up there and you can actually, there's that philosophy of use. The other philosophy of use is using an low power LPVO of like a 1 to 8 or a 2 to 10 LPVO. Okay. So I have some of the LPVOs, but what I'm finding is with my age and actual putting time at the range, that the lower powers, particularly this is a 3 power or an LPVO. I've got some Vortex LPVOs with an illuminated red dot in it that are 1 to 4 variable. 4 and 3 are too low. Like if I want to do positive ID at serious AR-15 range, I want a 6. So this is a 3, and I don't even have it mounted on anything because it's too low power for me. So if I'm going to have a red dot plus a magnifier, I want a 6, a 5 or 6, not just a 3. So 3 is a pass. Buy the 5 or 6 if you're doing.
You want a 10 though.
Why would I want a 10 if I already married one?
I'm kidding. Oh, that was the nicest thing you've ever.
Yeah, and I take it back.
Accidentally said.
I take it back already,
David.
Okay. Next up is this little thing I bought off Amazon. Okay. This you put it. It's got the finger grooves, right?
It's not gonna happen, Mandolin.
Finger grooves. Yeah, I'll never wear lighter colors. So, okay, this is a it's a pressure tool, right? So it's a self-defense thing. You can put it on your keychain and put it in your pocket. Got the finger grooves to push. You can usually, I can't remember what they're called. Kubotas, maybe something like that.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the problem.
So that's a pass too.
This is a pass. This is a hard pass. This buys you nothing that a metal pen, like a metal writing pen, can't buy you. So if you go to Staples and you buy a full metal pen, don't buy like a plastic one, but a full metal pen, you can do the exact same thing as this and you don't have this, you actually just have a pen. So if the police pull you over, if you're going through security, this probably is not going to get you through airport security. It may, but it may not. A pen, a metal writing implement, that'll go to security every time. Now, if you do like the Uzi pen, that might not get through security, like the actual tactical pens. But if you just get a metal pen, this literally does the same thing. It's cheaper.
I do have to point out that twice since I've been traveling with you, have you been stopped by security?
I push boundaries
for certain.
I push boundaries when going through security.
Yes, you push boundaries, and it's just irritating. Sometimes I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna
just stop testing.
I'm gonna go to the Caribbean, and you get to stay here with your whatever.
Yeah, last time, I think I left a Leatherman in my bag on accident.
That was one time.
That got confiscated, yeah.
And then the other time was your actual, it was something on your, wasn't your wallet clip or something that you had?
No, it was
the top of a pen.
It was a beveled crown on a flashlight. They said it was too aggressive and it could be used as a weapon. So I luckily could unscrew it. So I gave them the crown, but I kept the flashlight.
And it's like, come on, David.
I know.
Can we just fly and not promote this?
That's right.
Uproar of
and the other benefit of using a metal pen over something like this is you can actually write with it, right? So it gives you functional writing. The second is that there's medical applications. It's a better option. So this is a pass. Don't waste your money on that. Okay. What's next? Oh, this one I love. I found these the other day and I'm really, really liking it.
Yeah, but Virginia Prepper, can you actually travel with that?
Huh, a Silcock key. I don't even know what that is.
I keep in all bags.
What is a Silcock key?
I know, I was about to Google it for you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that one up. That's
interesting. Because if it's something like that, David's probably going to get it, and it's probably going to yet again keep us from traveling.
Oh, that's one of the things to turn on building water valves. Okay, got it. Yeah, so I used to have one of those back in the day when I worked on a carpet crew, because we had to turn water spigots at buildings on.
Like you worked in a power crew?
No, a carpet cleaning crew.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a Silcock's key. It was not going to focus. Get rid of our faces, maybe. Nope, still
trying. But sorry, guys.
Yeah,
you can Google it.
So commercial buildings that's what you use in a commercial building to open up the water valves, for the most part. Okay.
So Joe said that he's had 4 pocket knives actually taken away at sporting events that he's gone.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I was going to show you. Okay. So some of you will have, if you have LBE, if you have load bearing gear, tactical belts, chest rigs, body armor, et cetera, you may have seen these, right? And the whole idea of this is that it will, let's see if I can get that to you. See this? So it's a little D-ring. And the whole idea is you slide this underneath the MOLLE, and then this has this little thing so you can clip it, right? And the whole reason I got into it is because I could take my gloves and just have a place on my rig or belt to put the gloves. Now, the good thing about them is they're really cheap and they're easy to use. I think you can get like 4 of these for less than $10. The problems with them is that they're plastic. And if you're actually hard using this,
one be better. I feel like, so I was a retail manager. Oh, okay.
Hence this.
I was about to say, I had a metal one that clipped my keys to my actual jeans.
Yeah. So Matt, those
and I had it for a long time.
Yeah. So night eyes are better than that, or even just a carabiner. Now, what I found though that I've fallen in love with is this thing. And what it does is this slides into MOLLE, right? So you can pull this off.
Still looks plastic.
Okay.
Though.
Well, this part's plastic, but it actually gets woven into your MOLLE webbing, and the friction itself will keep you there. Now, technically this is plastic, but this plastic doesn't get exposed the same as this big thing. So this is hanging off out. So if I'm on a chest rig, this is hanging off like this, whereas this is actually
Comes
much smaller, and it's actually friction
laying
in.
on your chest.
And then the actual clip is metal. So I'm switching away from using these D-rings, these plastic D-rings, to these. These are a little bit more expensive, but you can get, I want to say 4 for like 16 bucks. And you get actually, this clip is metal and it's Molly and it just fits right in. It's perfect. So
Joe is
loser,
curious.
winner.
Joe is curious, is there a one-stop shop, or does he have to go and buy all these things separately online? Is there a store for this, basically?
Well, I mean, a lot of it you can get on Amazon. There's a lot of other like stores that have great stuff for.
Is there a preppers.com or something?
No.
I feel like you should make one now.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is in all the videos where I talk about gear, the live streams are going to be a little bit different. But for the videos, I am trying to put lists in the description of where you can get some of this stuff, just to help people find stuff quickly.
So Matt actually put some pressure on the situation. Stay tuned for the new Prepper auction channel on Discord.
Well, okay, so here's the truth.
You might not want to be trash talking stuff if you want to get rid of it, David, if you know what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. As the channel grows, I'm going to get stuff, and I'm going to
minutes till 10.
I'm going to buy stuff, and some of the stuff I buy, I'm not going to like and not want to use. But I don't want to necessarily throw it away. So what I'm going to be doing is actually starting to give away some of this stuff for free.
Yeah, but if it's not,
well, it's not. It's still useful, right? Like this has a use. I just don't want to rely on it. But if somebody else does, some stuff I'll get review, and it's not a bad thing. And maybe it's your jam. And if you want to enter to win, and we'll probably start doing something like that to give away some things. Here's another thing I tried that I'm not a big fan of. So this is a magnetized thing, and it's made to hold your rifle sling. So many of you, if you have like an AR, for example, and you have a rifle sling, you go put it in your safe, and your sling is just hanging on the ground of the safe. It's causing your guns are getting caught up in the slings, et cetera, et cetera. Well, what this does is this is a sling keeper. So you take this Velcro part and you put it around your handrail, right? And you tighten it down as tight as it'll go. Then you fold your sling up the length of your rifle, and then you use this magnetized part to capture the sling inside this part right here. In theory, it's a great idea. In reality, it's hit or miss and doesn't really work that well. It kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. It's not really worth it to me. What I end up doing is if you actually fold your sling around the base of your buttstock, you can actually tension it up there, and it'll keep it from flopping around your safe. I learned that technique from Tactical Considerations channel. So something for you to think about. We are running out of time. I've got a couple more things. I'll hit on this last. I mentioned it earlier, the Leatherman situation. So I've got 3 different Leathermans plus the one we showed earlier, which was the T4, the pocket knife style one. This is a micro Leatherman. This is a juice Leatherman, and this is a wave. Okay. If you're going to buy a Leatherman, this one is super useful. It's a full-size Leatherman with all the capabilities of a full-size Leatherman. This one's a mini one, which is great for like an Altoids 10 survival kit, or to throw in your pocket.
Throw in your wife's purse.
Throw in your wife's purse. The juice is kind of like the odd man out. It's
so why bother?
Why bother? That's where I'm at.
Okay.
Because this is like 30 bucks. This is like 50 bucks. And this is like 60 bucks ish, whatever. So it's like, if I'm going to spend the money on this one, why not get the full size, full capability? Granted, it's heavier and it's harder to carry. You could probably squeeze the juice in your pocket and be okay for everyday carry. But it's like, I don't know, for me, I'm kind of like, this one's great for very small, specific things. But the full size is amazing. So why not just go for the full size? So yeah, so the juices are nice. They're cool, but I would just pass on them. And I would go for the full size one by default. And then, or a full size SOG or a full size Gerber, as opposed to this like medium sized, or yeah, not quite medium sized.
Yeah, you hold on to this one. I hold on to the little one in my purse. That's your backup.
There we go. There we go. Anyway, we are out of time, but thank you all for being on the live stream tonight. Hopefully we showed you some gear, some concepts, some, prepper stuff that some of it's definitely a keeper, some of it's kind of not worth it.
Yeah, I have a list of questions now all of a sudden after this live stream.
I know.
Of all the things you showed.
Jamie's not even going to let me like fall asleep tonight because you're going to be asking me all these questions all night long about this prepper stuff. So anyway, good luck, everybody at work tomorrow. Stay tuned for next Sunday. We'll do another prepper live stream next Sunday talking about gear or firearms or something. We'll figure it out. But thank you all for the support. Thanks for watching. Keep your eye out for new videos coming very, very soon.
Yep.
Have a beautiful evening. We'll see you next time.
Good night, guys. Nice
right.
getting to hang out.
You can have this one. I don't even want it anymore.
Thanks. Well, no, this is the middle one. I don't want the middle one.
Oh, it didn't end? I hit the end and it didn't